I can only learn the dark art. At the secret realm, Spirit thought maze. The minions said in panic, Great King, that battle mage who acts alone is attacking again. This scene, why does it feel so familiar? The Great King in panic exclaimed, I can't beat him at all. Suddenly a dark voice said, What are you afraid of? Don't you still have me? The Great King said, That's right. We also have the hidden boss we just summoned. It's much stronger than me. The hidden boss said, My ultimate move is called Massive Intelligence Reduction. No matter how high the opponent's mental attribute is, once hit, it will continuously decrease. As long as you keep his attention, I'll suddenly strike, ensuring he can't avoid it. Once his mental attribute drops, I'm going to torment him properly. The Great King, fury in his eyes, said to himself, Kid, you're done. A few moments later, the hidden boss attacked Ningfeng. He used his skill, Massive Intelligence Reduction, and struck Ningfeng in the back. The Great King, excited, said, Successfully hit the target. Ningfeng looked behind, unfazed. He said to himself, This is a spell I acquired recently. It can resist mental attacks. Originally, I prepared it to deal with the True Essence Holy Spirit, but I didn't get to use it. As he used the Book of Soul Protection, he activated the Metamorphosis passive skill, Malevolent Retribution. Immune to all mental attacks, the attack was reflected back at the attacker 100-fold. Ningfeng thought to himself, not only does it block mental attacks, but it also bounces them back amplified. As he attacked the hidden boss, the Great King was shocked and confused. His jaw dropped, looking at the hidden boss. He said, What? The hidden boss, with its tongue out, chuckled. Ningfeng looked at the Great King seriously as he sweated in fear. He said to himself, When the hidden boss wasn't here, you bullied me. Now that it's here, you still bully me. So, the hidden boss came here for nothing, huh? As he cried and sweated in fear, suddenly, Ningfeng blasted the Great King away. An emblem appeared. A system notification said, Mind Insignia Consumable Quality, Orange Permanent Mental Attribute. Ningfeng thought to himself, as everyone's strength gradually increased, the drop patterns of insignias became clearer. You need to defeat a particularly strong hidden boss for there to be a drop chance. Though it's challenging, at least everyone doesn't have to rely entirely on me anymore. This way, things can slowly get on the right track. Ningfeng took out his phone and said to himself, Oh right, let me check with the exchange center to see if they've collected enough conversion stones for me. Master Tang answered the phone and said to Ningfeng, We're terribly sorry. Our stock of conversion stones is insufficient, but we're working hard to prepare them for you. Sorry. Ningfeng thought to himself, Conversion stones are already a high-demand item, and I just bought a batch for my third transition recently. It's understandable that they can't gather 100% on such short notice. There's still plenty of time, so there's no rush. I'll head back to the training camp for now. In another scene, Ningfeng arrived and said, Huh? Why is the training camp suddenly so lively? A person shouted, It's Boss Ning, his friend said. Boss Ning is back. Ningfeng thought to himself, It's that group of top elites from the battle against the demonic tide. Ningfeng asked, What's going on? Lu Ping, the vice president of the Epoch Guild, said, The officials just decided to extend the training camp's duration. With all the recent changes, all the knowledge is new. Instead of dispersing resources, it's better to focus and properly train a batch of people. A girl said, Mr. Ning, we'll now have the chance to see you more often in the future. Please guide us well. As Ningfeng continued to talk to them, Tisk, the group around Instructor Ning, is already the strongest force in the country. The mage said, What are you talking about? Instructor Ning is the strongest force himself. Suddenly, a sexy lady rushed towards Ningfeng. A student said, Huh, isn't that senior sister Kai Yuchen? His friend said, Why is she in such a rush? As senior sister Kai Yuchen sweated all over her sexy body and chest, she said, Boss Ning, something's happened. She continued, Ning boss, may I bother you for a moment? There's something. Ningfeng asked, What's the matter? Senior sister Kai Yuchen said, The auction house just called and said the transformation stones prepared for you were stolen. Ningfeng said, Someone actually dared to steal from your Yuansheng trading house? Do you know who did it? A few moments later, at the Yuansheng trading house branch, the general manager said, Finally, we managed to gather 100 transformation stones. Deliver them to the training camp as fast as possible and hand them over to Boss Ning personally. The bald man said, Yes. The general manager closed the box containing the transformation stones. Suddenly, dark energy appeared beneath the box. The general manager was suddenly choked and cried out in pain. What? The bald security guard rushed towards the general manager and shouted, General manager. He was stopped as multiple dark entities grabbed him. He sweated and felt pain. As he dropped to the ground, the general manager was being choked by the dark entity, struggling to resist. He said, what kind of monster is this? Suddenly, Zheng Jiasheng said, I heard that Yuansheng Trading House has been hoarding transformation stones recently. Looks like it's true. The general manager gasped, you. The general manager thought to himself, Zheng Jiasheng. He's the eldest son of Zhengwei Trading House, Zheng Jiasheng. Zheng Jiasheng and Yu Chen were high school classmates, both part of the same year's supernova. Later, he was disqualified from the college entrance exams for intentionally harming someone. It's said that out of anger, he moved abroad and hasn't returned for years. As the general manager shouted in pain, Heek, Zheng Jiasheng said, Hey, don't kill him yet. I still have questions to ask. Speak. Why is Yuansheng Trading House hoarding transformation stones? What are you planning to do? The general manager said, You, don't do anything reckless. There, for a very important client. Zheng Jiasheng said, Oh, a very important client? Well, that's convenient. Zhengwei Trading House would like such a client too. As he took the box of transformation stones, he said, I'll take these stones. If this client comes, tell them to find me at Zhengwei Trading House. The general manager cried out, You can't. As Zheng Jiasheng disappeared, the dark entity released its grip on the general manager's neck. The general manager gasped for air and said, Cough, stop right there. In a different scene, Ningfeng thought to himself, Zhengwei Trading House is also a major trading house, rivaling Yuansheng Trading House in scale. Could this be business competition between the two? Senior sister Kai Yuchen said, Originally this matter wasn't supposed to bother you, but when we sent people to negotiate, Zheng Jiasheng drove them out violently. Zheng Jiasheng has grown much stronger than before, and the monster he summoned is stronger than most secret realm bosses. Suddenly, Ningfeng's phone rang. Senior sister Kai Yuchen said, Ningfeng said, Hold on, I'll take this call. Senior sister Kai Yuchen said, Go ahead, I'll wait. Ningfeng answered the phone. Duan? Duan said, Boss, Mayor Kai just contacted me about something. Ningfeng said, Oh, transformation stones, right? As the chaotic terror beast, Capybara Monman, slept peacefully on top of Duan's head. Ningfeng said, Kai Yuchen just told me about it too. Duan said, It's convenient. I'm already near Zhengwei Trading House's headquarters with Manman, so you don't have to make the trip. Ningfeng said, That's fine too. Just be careful. Hanyin suddenly said, This is just a small matter. It's not worth troubling you personally. Duan has been improving a lot lately. Leaving this to him is perfect. What's more, Man is with him too. At the reception room of Zhengwei Trading House, Zheng Jiasheng's uncle said, Jiasheng, are you sure it's okay that you took things from the Yuansheng Trading House? Zheng Jiasheng replied, Don't worry, uncle. Isn't Yuansheng always trying to take over our market? I just gave them a little lesson along the way. His uncle thought to himself, Jiasheng has been spoiled and willful since he was a child, causing trouble everywhere by relying on his own abilities. I didn't expect that as soon as he returned from abroad, he'd create such a big mess. Then he said, I'm just worried. The 7 major guilds have recently been collaborating with Yuansheng. If Yuansheng goes to the 7 major guilds for backup. Zheng Jiasheng said, The so-called 7 major guilds? Just a bunch of clowns. Uncle, you know there are deities in this world, right? His uncle said, I've heard a bit about it. It seems like this was only discovered not long ago. Zheng Jiasheng said, Let me formally introduce someone. My master, who is a devoted follower blessed by the deities. His uncle looked at a person in the distance, drinking and finishing his 3rd bottle. His uncle thought to himself, Jiasheng's master, that strange person he brought back from abroad? Zheng Jiasheng said, My master comes from a higher level world, one that has gained the attention of the deities. The deity he worships cannot be addressed by name, and is usually revered as the resting place of souls. My master's journey around the world this time is to spread the faith and recruit more believers for the deity. Those countries willing to worship the Great Lord will receive my master's protection. However, those who refuse to worship the Great Lord, they will be erased from this world by my master. His uncle sweated in fear and thought to himself, even if they come from a higher level world, their tone is still too arrogant. Zheng Jiasheng said, You haven't witnessed my master's power with your own eyes, so you might not have a clear understanding. Suddenly, the phone rang. Zheng Jiasheng answered the call on speakerphone and said, What's wrong? The servant said, Young master, there is a visitor who says they're here to take the transformation stone. Zheng Jiasheng said, Tell him to wait. Then he turned to his uncle and said, Where did we leave off? As he hung up the phone, his uncle said, We were talking about my master's strength. Zheng Jiasheng said, That's right. In simple terms, if the highest level an adventurer in this world can reach is level, which is 10th transcendence, My master's level is at least above level. This kind of gap can't be bridged simply by numbers. In the near future, my master will summon the great Lord to descend and bestow protection upon this world. At that time, I will also become the first believer in this world to receive the deity's grace. His uncle said, then I have nothing to worry about. Even the 7 major guilds, in the eyes of the great Lord, would probably be no more than insects. Suddenly, Duan opened the door. Zheng Jiasheng looked behind and said in confusion, "Who are you?" Duan said seriously, as the chaotic terror beast Capybara Monmon slept on his head. "I'm here to get the transformation stone." Zheng Jiasheng chuckled and said, "Ha, I really haven't been back in the country for a long time. Are people nowadays all this arrogant? I told you to wait outside. Didn't you hear me just now?" He then showed off his dark aura. Suddenly, he was shocked as Duan grabbed his throat in an instant and lifted him up as if he weighed nothing. Duan said, "Where is the transformation stone?" Zhang Jiasheng thought to himself in disbelief, "No, that's impossible. I've been receiving my master's training, and my equipment and skills are the best. How could I have completely failed to see his movements?" Duan suddenly looked at Zheng Jiasheng's master as the chaotic terror beast Capybara Man changed positions and rested on Duan's shoulder. Dark entities emerged from Zheng Jiasheng's master. Duan silently observed from a distance, and the chaotic terror beast Capybara Man drooled while sleeping. Thank you so much for watching. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to help me grow my channel. Your support means the world to me. Don't forget to leave a comment below. I love hearing from you. Let's keep the conversation going and get those analytics buzzing. Until next time, take care.